Good afternoon, everyone. Organ Aviator here, and I'm back streaming. I've not streamed actually for 2 weeks. I think it may even be 3 weeks by now. I'm not too sure. Although I am back after the very successful release, I am pleased to say, of Flysmarter, of which we will be discussing quite a few things during the cruise. So, we had planned to do a return flight today, although I decided we need some discussion time for Flysmarter, so that will happen during the cruise. So I do want to get underway as quickly as possible. Hello, Cube. I've given myself the biggest shortcut ever right now. Oh, yeah. And, yeah, hello. Right, okay. So, we are on the ground in Tivat today. We're flying up to La Rochelle in France, which will be interesting. Short runway there, and we've got an RNAV approach as well. So we'll see how we get on with that. It's a steeper approach than normal, and it's a very scenic arrival as well. So should be fun landing there today. I had a bit of a job getting the flight plan today because SimBrief, for the first time ever that I've seen, didn't manage to come up with a valid flight plan. So I had to do some adjustments myself. So we'll see how we get on with that as well. So let's go through the flight plan. Actually, that won't work because the iPad's been turned off. Hold on. This is what happens if you don't stream for a while. There we go. Okay, so Air France 1467, we are not on VATSIM because X-Pilot is broken for some reason, although we will attempt to make the radio calls that we would on Unicom, if I remember. Air France 1467, then cost index of 8, all usual stuff like level 380. Headwind of 36 knots pushing us back today, max show rate 7.6, so it could be a little bit turbulent as well. Takeoff weight 63.8, which is above our maximum landing weight, so that's something to consider. Although our takeoff alternate is almost certainly going to be Dubrovnik, a nice long runway in Dubrovnik, so if anything goes wrong, we'll just go a bit further north and land there, so that should be fine. That's our routing there. Planned block fuel, so plug fuel 9 tons. Obviously it's Tivat, then it's La Rochelle, so we'll take a bit of extra fuel. Let's round it to a very nice round figure, 10 tons. I'm already turning final, can't join back after landing. We'll be back in an hour or so. See you, Cube. Right, so that's all fine. And then we'll come down, have a look at the weather quickly. So, oh, Bordeaux, what's that doing? Oh, that's our alternate, of course. Is it? No, that's Sigmet's actually. So, interesting. Destination airport, La Rochelle, is broken at 1,000 feet. QNH 1006, gusting 27 knots, so there's a good bit of wind there. Alternate is Merignac. I've seen that airport before, not too sure where it is, but the weather does look a bit better. Their departure airport, obviously Tivat. We've got 5 knots of wind. We're departing on runway 32. A few clouds at 3,000 feet, although to be fair, I can't see any clouds whatsoever in the sky in the sim here, so that's fine. Yeah. Perfect. Let's have a quick look at the route and then find our aircraft then in that case. So, that's our route. Pretty direct today. Plenty of weather. We're not going to worry too much about that. We do have a weather radar here, so we'll be having that on certainly. And a little bit of wind as well, so that's all fine. Vertical profile, straight up, straight down. A bit of terrain above 10,000 feet, so that's fine. Not too much though, it should be absolutely fine. Let's get on board the aircraft then. So, and we're in. Alright, usual checks: spoilers, flaps, parking brake, engine mode selectors, thrust levers, radar and predictive wind shear, transponder, landing gear, lights on nav logo, wipers, and fuel pumps are all off. We're on external power, APU is off, smoking is on, so that's all fine. IRS is already aligned, so we can get straight on with setting the flight plan up. I just initialized it before the stream, but don't worry about that too much. Data init flight plan. So flight plan is going to be a departure runway 32, and that's going to be via the Kofa 3 Charlie, if I remember correctly, although I'll check that. Yeah, Kofa 3 Charlie. And then into La Rochelle is going to be runway 27. I didn't think I planned that, but we'll go with it. Oh, and we do have an ILS on 27. Ooh. Right. I'm going to try to do the RNAV to 09, because that's a much more interesting approach. So we'll put 27 in, however, I do want 09, so that's the Marin 6 Lima arrival, and that's all fine. Yeah, temporary flight plan, insert that. Perfect. Data init flight plan, secondary flight plan, copy the active, and we'll hold up Kofa, I think, as well. Kofa, hold, computed, return, and then from there we'll go to a new destination, Lima Delta Uniform. Then we can sort the rest out once we're actually underway. So data init flight plan, secondary flight plan, radnav init B. We'll see if the aircraft can be loaded now. So loading performance, 10 tons we agreed on, so sync them, do that. Okay, so 55.1, 28.6, 10 tons of fuel. Confirm 10 tons, perfect. Data net flight plan, radnav init B performance, and we will run some performance figures quickly. Take off 3-2, yeah, that's all fine, 65.1, yeah, that's good. Config auto, we'll see what that gives us. Air conditioning off. Config 1 plus F, flex 68, 139, 139, 142. This calculator is horrendously inaccurate, I found. But we'll go with it. Uh, 68, 139, 139. And 142. The flex temp calculation is inaccurate. The rest of it's fairly good. It's just the flex temp, which is quite often quite a long way out, to put it honestly. Flaps 1, so that's all fine. Performance. Perfect. So MCDU is set up. Let's have a look at the charts quickly. So go in here. Charts. Alright, we're parked then. That's the wrong chart. It would help if we get the right one. Charts. Airport. So we are parked obviously at Terminal 1. We'll be taxiing via Bravo, backtracking all the way down the runway and taking off. SIDS runway 32 is the Kofa 3 Charlie, so that's going to be here. Kofa 3 Charlie, and that has an initial climb I can't see, but 10,000 feet we'll put in because Kofa is at 10,000. MSA is 6,900 feet, so that's all fine, and that's pretty much all we have to do. So let's do the departure briefing. Weather is fine, no clouds, it's a dry runway, so nothing that's going to affect our takeoff performance. Nice dry runway, not too much wind, we've got 7 knots of wind from 220, so again, barely anything. No terms then, nothing that we have to be... aircraft, sorry, fully functioning Airbus 319, nothing in the tech log. No terms, nothing that we need to be concerned of in the sim. However, threats to be aware of, there are many, many threats here. And the main one, of course, is the terrain. We've got terrain off to the east and northeast and north and northwest as well, actually. So terrain on 3 sides of us, meaning that if anything goes kaboom during departure, the engine out procedure will actually be following our normal SID, and then we'll just hold at Kofa. Terrain radar will be on during the departure to keep track of the terrain, and that's fine. Traffic avoidance, we won't have any issues because we're not on VATSIM, and I think that's about all that needs to be covered as far as that's concerned. How the aircraft's going to be flown, so we're going to start the engines on stand. Select flap 1. No pushback is required, however we are going to taxi backtrack the entire length of the runway. Turn around, then it's going to be a flap 1 departure, flex 68, V1-139, VR-139, V2-142, and we'll check those speeds. Flex 68, config 1, yeah, and what was the other thing? There was another part to that. Which I can't think of right now, actually. Yeah, flight controls. We'll check the flight controls on stand, so that's one less thing we have to think about during the short taxi. Yeah, that's fine. Once we're airborne, then we'll expect SRS and nav to engage. Autopilot in fairly early, I think. Max speed 220, and then we will continue that left-hand turn. Following the flight directives, or the autopilot will be in anyway. So QNH 1016 set. And departure check. Departure briefing is complete, and let me do the cockpit preparation checklist. Sorry. So, Alex, hello. I am Lightspeed. Decided to nuke my channel. YouTube. Yeah, I knew you were Lightspeed. Why? Right, anyway. So, cockpit preparation checklist skip ins and covers. Remove fuel quantity, 10,000 kilograms checked. And balance seatbelt signs. Honoured is 3 nav green bar FQNH 1016 set 3 times. Is it? No, it's not. Set 3 times. Perfect. Get the fuel pumps on. Start the APU. 2, 1. Come on, there we go. They did include, they've added this compass, which is a nice feature. Oh, hold on. Get the doors shut as well. Oh no, actually it's fine, we're only on APU, but we can shut them anyway. That's all fine. Good. And Tivat traffic, Air France, whatever we are. Tivat traffic, Air France 1467. We are now starting engines on stand, then taxiing and backtracking runway 32 for departure. Tivat. Alright, APU is now online. We'll just wait a few seconds for that, 30 seconds. Doors are armed as well, so we're ready to start engines. External power can come off. There we go. Let's get APU bleed on, and then beacon light on, and ignition start. Starting engine 1. Engine number 1 starter's working. Engine number 1 is available. Starting engine number 2. Only thing I can think of, as I said in someone's comment section, I know not the smart arts, but maybe terminating my channel is a bit far. Not too sure. Yeah, that seems odd. Maybe someone made a complaint about it. That might be the reason. But I'm not sure. Yeah, it seems a bit odd to me. Now, it doesn't seem to like when you... oh no, it's fine if I do that. Yeah. Engine number 2 is available. Ignition start to normal. Arm the ground spoilers. Set the flaps. Flap 1. Radar and predictive wind shear. They can come on now. Transponder. That's all fine. Taxi lights. We'll get them on. APU can come off. We'll set max auto brake, and now it's the after start checklist. So after start, anti-ice not required. ECAM status check. Pitch trim is up 0.4, so we'll just do that. Up 0.4, so that's 1. So 0. Pitch trim up 0.4, and rudder trim neutral. Yeah. After start checklist complete. Right, we'll do the flight controls. So, full left and the roll spoilers, full right and the roll spoilers, neutral, full up, full down, neutral, rudder full left, rudder full right, rudder neutral. Flight controls full free and correct movement, radar and okay, so after taxi checklist, flight controls are checked. Flap setting config 1 checked. Radar and predictive wind shear on an auto engine mode select a normal. ECAM memo is not ready yet, but that's what we're waiting for. So we'll parking brake released. Let's get going. Climbing that blue 1FD to 10,000 feet blue. Tivat traffic, Air France 1467 entering and backtracking runway 32 via Bravo. Tivat. Get the lights on. It's a left turn. It's quite a long runway here in Tivat, which is a good thing, because we don't have any climb gradient computation, and we do need quite a high climb gradient here. Right, cabin check. And takeoff comfort test. ECAM memo, takeoff no blue, cabin is secured. And that's taxi checklist complete. Let's see if we can speed up a little bit. So there are no last minute changes, takeoff performance is still valid, and we will just be following the flight directors. Nothing too special with the departure. Get the terrain radar on though. TCAS should be on as well. So avoid the terrain basically, follow the SID, and then we'll be fine. Let's get a bit more thrust on. Let's see if we can get that speed up a bit. We'll slow down now for that turn. And then we'll turn right the way around. Alright. Parking brake set. Alright. Parking brake released. Confirm full length runway 32 TCAS TARA. Packs 1 and 2 off. Lights on. ECAM memo, takeoff no blue. Takeoff, start the chrono. Set 50%. Half side stick forward. 50% set, EGT stable, brakes released and set takeoff thrust. Manflex 68 SRS, auto thrust blue. Thrust set. 100 knots, checked. V1, rotate. Positive climb gear up. Nav. Right, and we've got that left turn coming in early. Right, keep the thrust in until we have a positive speed trend. Right, positive speed trend, lever climb, so thrust climb, climb, auto thrust 10,000 feet blue, and we'll roll back level. Say goodbye to Tivat quickly, so left, right, and back to neutral. Airspeed flaps up, speeds check, flaps up. Cancel master caution. Get the autopilot in, and pack 1 on, pack 2 on. Flaps up, spoilers disarmed. Oh. Spoilers disarmed, and no dual lights off. I've got a little bit of turbulence at the moment. Outstar, and we'll clear ourselves straight up to 380. Thrust climb, open climb, 380 blue. 10,000 feet, so seatbelt signs off. Landing lights off. Airport on the nav display. Get the terrain radar off, that's fine now. you are enjoying the stream, everyone, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. It greatly helps the channel, so I do appreciate everyone who does it. Right, QNH flashing, let's get standard pressure in. What happens if you put 297? Oh, it doesn't work. What about 1497? 2496. Let's see if 2496 works. $2,000. 2250. No, 2000. What about 2100? Okay, 20. Okay, 2160. 2150. 2140. 2130. 2120. 2110. 2109. 2107. 2106. 2105. 2104. 2103. 2102. 2101. No, 2100. So what is the significance of 22,100 meters? Let's find out. Divided by 2497 equals times by 100 equals 84% of the runway. Doesn't seem that logical to me, really. Might be 400 meters. Anyway, whatever it is, it's odd. Perfect then, we're away. Hold on, sorry, I'm just... There we go. Can we move these seats? Yeah, backwards and forwards, and should stir itself off to the side. There we go. Alright. Is the overlay working? I think it is. So I think that it is only right to discuss Flysmarter since its release. So let me do something quickly. Modern background. start on... which one? Oh, don't say they got rid of her. They got rid of her. No. Did they? Hold on. Where is it? There we go. Right, okay. That's out of the way. Let's discuss Flysmarter then. Let me just check. Music, yeah, all of that's fine. So, here we go. Here is Flysmarter. Okay, so disclaimer, Flysmarter performance software is only to be used for private home flight simulation use only, not for real flight planning or commercial simulator use. That's pretty obvious if you ask me, so we'll agree and close that. So we released, I released Flysmarter, and then since its release I've also been working hard on it. So we do now have a comprehensive database of over 70,000 worldwide runways. So you should be able to put pretty much any airport you can think of into here, and it will have all the data for it. So for example, where we just departed, say, there has now been a change of airport and all data will now be reset. That's what happens in the real calculator, so you close that, obviously it grabs the runways for you. So let's do 32. Noise abatement departure number 2, and there we go, enter that. And then you can see, comes out runway length, runway ID, we'll just have a check of that. So what does that say, 2498, let's see what its actual length was. Charts, airport 24, let's see, 2,500 meters, 2498, 2,500, pretty much the same, so that's fine. So then you put in the wind, obviously, whatever it was, 21 degrees, I've got no clue. Actually, is it from 270 at 7 knots, I think. Dry, anti-ice off, flex, config 1 off, so that's all fine. So, and do remember this will be for an A320, not for a 319 or a 321, just the 320 with CFM engines. So this will be maximum takeoff weight, so compute. You can see pretty high flex setting, so 49, flex 49, so that would be almost Toga actually. V1 141, rotate 142, V2147 and a stop margin of 48 meters, regulated takeoff weight 48.1. So you 78.1, sorry. So you can see that this works really well how it is at the moment. Then obviously you can go ahead, submit an engine out procedure. So yeah, you can submit an engine out procedure or just close the form, whatever, and that would send me an email. So therefore I could add it to the database and it would all be good. Then I update that database about once a month, so all of your engine out procedures do get added eventually. So comes into a special email for my for Flysmarter, so it's not mixed in with any other emails. So yeah, works really well. So why would I bother updating it then after this? Why would it need to be any better? Well, quite a few reasons, to be honest. So at the moment, this works off of a digitalized version of the QRTs, the quick reference tables. They're publicly available in the FCOM, so I digitalized them, put them in a database. And there's a little bit of coding going on, so it grabs the values and then it does some maths, works out the stop margin. Then it will optimize the thrust or V1 so that you can stop on the runway all the way up to the regulated takeoff weight. So that's how it works, basically. So it's fairly unsophisticated at the moment. As far as what I want it to be able to do is I want a full 100% physics model behind it that will actually do the calculations from scratch without any base data. Because once that is implemented, we'll have a much greater flexibility as to the range of values and how we can optimize the values as well. Within Flysmarter, so it will open up a lot of different paths as to what we can do with it. So yeah, that's the next step, is getting that physics-based model in, and that should take, well, I'm not gonna lie, it will take a long time because it's incredibly complicated. But once that's in, we'll have a very good in-depth calculator, and that will open up the doors for stuff like climb gradients as well. So it should be able to perform climb gradient calculations and display that to you. And the other thing as well to do with that is we'll have a new user interface at some point. I cannot guarantee when that will be or when I'll even start implementing it. But I do intend on making a new user interface at some point. So that sorts out the physics model and climb gradients and stuff like that. But what about other parts of because it is called Flysmarter Performance Software, it is not called Flysmarter Takeoff, so, well, this part of it is called that. However, I do want a few other modules included, so it will have takeoff, landing, takeoff and landing, then it will have a document section. And from within the document section, you'll be able to access your operational flight plan and the checklist, the A320 checklist. That's for a regular user. But then virtual airlines should be able to contact me so that I can upload their documents to my server, and then a virtual airline user would be able to log in through their virtual airline and then access those documents in my documents browser eventually. So that's the documents section, so takeoff, landing, documents, and then the other thing that I want and I've just forgotten, it will come back to me. So takeoff, landing, documents. Yeah, and then eventually I also want a charts viewer, and initially I'm planning to partner with ChartFox to bring that to you, although that's not guaranteed as yet. But if I manage to do that, then it will initially be through ChartFox, bringing you free charts as well, and a charts app on it. So it's going to be a fairly complete solution for the flight sim eventually. But of course I can give no guarantees as to time frames or order of those things being developed. So please do not ask me if I can give you a time frame, because I simply can't. I wish I could develop it 100% of the time, but unfortunately I do have other things I need to do. So yeah, I just do stuff when I have time. I want it to be as good as possible, as I'm sure do you. And I've always been open about that. I just develop when I have time. I develop because of the fun of it. I develop it because I want it to be good, I want it to succeed, and I want it to be useful. And I've made it available so you can enjoy it as well. So that's the whole purpose behind it. That is why it is freeware, and that's why I'm committed to developing it, really. So, if you are a user and you are having issues with it, we do have a support system in place, of which I will show you that now. So, clicking on Get Support will take you to my Discord page where I have support tickets, and that's fine. And the user manual, so when you raise a support ticket, there'll be an FAQ, so frequently asked questions section on my Discord. Please read through them. If you do find the answer before I respond, please close the support ticket. But you've also got a user manual, which also has a lot of information in it, if you do get stuck on anything. So that gives you a bit more context as to what the figures mean, what to input, how your inputs affect the outputs. It also shows you how to upload an engine out procedure, and it's also where you'll find my privacy policy as well down the bottom. It's a very simple privacy policy, so don't worry too much about it. Yeah, that's the layout. Obviously, it's split into 3 distinct parts. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And then here is the virtual airline login for when that's available, although of course you don't need that. You can just hit go to Flysmarter. And then yeah, it's here. And the other thing is, if you enter an airport, for example, this is Price Norton in Oxfordshire, UK, you enter that. Yeah, it really doesn't matter. This is just a proof of point. Oh, for goodness sake. 1031, dry off, flex config 1. Oh, for goodness sake, let's. Right, and off, there we go, compute that. Now, 83 tons, let's go. So 83, this is above your regulator takeoff weight compute. Okay, that's fine. It'll give you this, but then I added a feature, so it will also give you your regulated takeoff weight. So then if you drop that down a bit, then it will compute figures. Now, this is still an illegal takeoff because you are above the structural max takeoff weight. And you can see you're limited by takeoff weight VMU, so that's all fine. What was the other thing that there was? Yeah, that's fine, so let's just drop that down a little bit more. So if you change an airport, so let's go to Heathrow, it will say this and then everything will disappear. That's completely normal, don't worry about that. That's fine. So I hope that answers some of your questions with regards to Flysmarter. Any other questions, please let me know, either in the chat here, through a support ticket, or any other way you can think of getting hold of me. I will do my best to assist in that. There are a lot of songs in this playlist, it's unbelievable. Get the seatbelt signs on. Whoa! Pretty bad turbulence over. I think X-Plane 12.2 has brought some pretty major updates, you know. Because this lighting does look better. Let's put in the LFBH progress. 700 miles. Right. Hold on. Alright, that's all fine. Once again, if you are enjoying the stream, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, as it does greatly help us. Now, I've just commented on someone's video, and we'll see if they respond. If they give the response I want, then it could be quite cool. And if they don't, then oh well. Ooh. Alright, let's have a look back on the flight deck. I've not got a response as yet. So... we have got 742 miles left to run. So still quite a long way. However, that's fine. Anyway, I will be back in a few minutes. Just let me... Oh, that's interesting. Right, anyway, I'll be back in a few minutes. Let's see if we can... Alright, there we go. So, back in a few minutes. And until then, see you. Hello everyone, I am back. Sorry about that. I was just experimenting with a few different things. So now, whenever someone subscribes, we'll get this sound effect here. See? Very nice. Beautiful, in fact. Right, let's get back to the flight, though. I've got 600 miles to go. Tivat signs off. Hold it. My fault. Re-engage that immediately. Mac out cruise nav autopilot 1. Hello Cube, welcome back. It has been so empty in the chat, it's been like talking to a brick wall. Hopefully what you did was useful. But great to have you back in chat anyway. It's going very well. It is indeed going well, although it seems to be taking forever. Amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Oh, and we have a new sound effect, Cube. So, welcome back. Anyway, yeah, that's it. I mean, where even are we at the moment? I don't actually know. Bit smaller, there we go. Okay, so we're passing Italy at the moment. We've got some weather down to the southwest. Where are we? 38,000, so yeah. Ah, okay, maybe you've flown there too much. Oh dear. Yes, Cube. Well, you could find somewhere and fly to La Rochelle if you want. It's a very nice airport. What are these two airports? That's odd. Look, they've just built two random airports next to each other. Look, see? What on earth? So, same runway headings pretty much. Yeah, random. Anyway, we were discussing Flysmarter earlier, or rather I was saying a bunch of information about it and no one was in the chat. But I guess I could say exactly the same stuff again. Or summarize it a bit more. So, as it is at the moment, obviously it works. The next thing is the physics-based model, of course. So, physics-based model that will increase the flexibility, it won't be limited to the values in the FCOM. It will improve accuracy, stuff like that, and that's the next thing that is going to be released. Can't give a time frame for any of it, but that's the next thing that I'm working on. After that, it will be the landing performance calculator. So that will be done as well. Hopefully this year, although I can't guarantee anything at all. After that, there are 2 further modules that I want to include. So the first module is a documents library. So if I show you what that would look like, so let's just minimize that, get that up. So where it says virtual airline login, well, firstly, the documents library, you'll be able to access your flight plan. So you'll log into Flysmarter using your SimBrief ID. And then you will be able to access your flight plan from within inside the documents library, and you'll also be able to access an A320 checklist in there. But if you are a virtual airline user, for certain virtual airlines, I don't know who would want to partner with me, but you will be able to log in via your virtual airline in the username and password box. Log in, and then in the documents library, you'll be able to access the virtual airlines documentation through my document browser, which I will build. And the final module that I want included is a charts app. So initially that would be through ChartFox, so I'll use their API and set up charts through it, and then obviously after that I might look into Navigraph or Aviplanner or whatever else, but anyway, some sort of charts I want in there as well. So then it'll be a pretty complete solution: takeoff, landing, documents, so flight plan, and then charts as well. So yeah, that's the idea, and then after that, obviously, I can have a look at different aircraft types as well. So that's the plan. Yeah, it's going to take a few years to get it fully finished, I have a feeling. Cool. Okay, Cube. CFMs, 320, awesome. $522 miles then left. Whoa! Rudder input there, autopilot on. I think they've really improved the clouds in this latest update because they look really good now. And the lighting as well. Would you say better than Microsoft Cube or not yet? Well, yeah, to be fair, Clouds and Microsoft are pretty rubbish. But, the lighting is where Microsoft has really excelled at. LOL. Well, at least your V-Pilot is working, unlike my X-Pilot. It's the most weird bug as well. It says call sign not, no, not call sign, it says airframe type not recognized. Oh, look at that water. Hold on. Oh, it's land that looked like water for a moment. That water off in the distance? There's just a lot of clouds, I think. What about over to our left? Yeah, land is... yeah, land. Will it be light? 6, 4, 5, 7. It might be sunset even by the time we get to La Rochelle. Maybe. 4, 5, and they're an hour ahead, so 6, yeah. Oh, for goodness sake, get that back on. Check the cami cam clear. Because it's an hour to go. Or just over an hour, so that's going to be 20 to 5, so That'll be 20 to 6. So it might be sunset when we get there. Let's see what sunset time is there. Sunrise current time. April the 12th. Sunset 2048. Okay, so it won't be sunset quite. Though, if you believe this, it will be. Let's see. Sunset 8:49 PM. Okay. I think that's fairly conclusive in that case. So we've got some terrain up here. Our longitude is getting fairly low though. We're at 8 point... Well, it's going to be under 8 longitude very soon. But then La Rochelle must be very, very near the Greenwich Meridian line. Andy Anwar, please keep the chat in English. We are an English channel, and therefore you must keep the chat in English for moderation purposes. Cube, can you translate that for me, please? Or I will, don't worry. Yeah, I'm gonna ban him quickly. Hold on. Put user in timeout. 24 hours. Let's do that then. Oh, I can't do it. Okay, can you put him in a 24-hour timeout queue, please? Thank you. Actually, Cube, that deserves a round of applause for timeouting him. Oh, also, I have a new A320 com as well, which I found on Scribd and downloaded it. So, I'm not quite sure how it was uploaded to Scribd, but whoever uploaded it must be in quite some trouble if they were found, I think, because, well, I can show it, of course, because I have it, and I downloaded it legally, so let me show you. Yeah, I have it completely legally somewhere here. Is it this one? No, that's instructor support. What? Back. Is it on here? Don't say I've lost it now. Where is it? Ah, here we go. Where is it? Yeah, so this is the full 3,500 page FCOM for the 320. Goes through absolutely everything that you'd ever need to know for the flight sim. Just keeps going. We're not even 500 pages into it yet. Ah, there we go. We're almost up to 1,671. Okay, we're not even a third of the way through it yet. Okay. We're 1,200, so hold on. I'll tell you when we're halfway. No, keep going. No. Alright, we're about halfway now. No, we're not. We're halfway now, and then it just keeps going and going and going into the abnormal procedures down here. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Where are we now? Still 1,000 pages to go. It's hurting my finger scrolling this fast. Keeping on coming though. Keep it coming. Where are we now? 3,000. Still half 1,000 pages left, so 500 pages left. There's all of the information, and then you've got... Oh, what's this? Takeoff performance stuff. Keeping on coming through though. Where are we now? Almost at the end. And then that's it. It's quite a lot. Quite a lot. Now, I'm pretty sure that if you manage to read through all of that and remember all of it, you will be the best simulator pilot there is. Pretty sure. Because there is a lot of information in it. That's a funny statement, though. CAE shall take necessary steps to ensure that no copies are removed from CAE's premises by any trainees. Well, that didn't work very well for them because, unfortunately, this document was uploaded for public consumption. So, unfortunately, that they failed on their mission there. Yeah, so that's quite interesting anyway. Awesome. This is probably when it doesn't work now that I'm on stream, isn't it? Hopefully not. Right. 377 miles to go. So, Cube, did Flysmarter do its job? Should have done. Oh dear. Oh no. Oh shoot. That's not what I wanted to do. We're picking up an ATIS for some reason. Because in X-Plane you get a realistic ATIS at every airport, so we can tune into the La Rochelle run actually soon. Now, maybe. And get our weather. La Rochelle. Okay, let's do that. ATIS 126,880. Let's see. One, 2, 2, 6, 80. That's great to hear, Cube, by the way. It's what we like to hear. Why is this now not... Oh, it's... just got your clearance. Very good. Right, let's do an arrival briefing then. Okay, so weather in La Rochelle is... I have no clue because I've not checked. Bit of a trick question, that. Right. Oh, what do we need to do? What do we need to do? Get off of this website for a start. Get logged into Avia Planner. Perfect. Open the web version. Planner. Oh. Bit. Hold on. La Rochelle. Literally. Okay. Weather. Alright, weather then. QNH 1005. Cast at 400 feet, 240 at 60 knots. Darn it, it looks like we'll be on 27. Temperature is 14 degrees. Temperature and dew point are the same. That's why there's low cloud base and we can expect fog as well in these conditions. Flap full, it is a very, very short runway, so we'll keep that. Approaches ILS 27. I would much prefer an ILS in these conditions, so Cat 1 will do. 280 Barrow, 280, there we go. Minimum descent. 1005, run our landing performance calculation, get that done. Landing weight 60.2, let's see if that's realistic. So 60.2, 0 fuel weight. Yeah, what? Oh, that's our oh well. 60.2, that's fine. Margin 203 meters. Okay, 1744 it reckons. So that should be fine. Go around gradient 7.8%. So we've got that, and that is all fine. Performance, so whether aircraft is a fully functioning Airbus A319 still, unless something drastic has changed, although we've not got any ECAMs or warnings, so I can assume we're still fully functional. No TAMs in La Rochelle, there are none that we have to be concerned of in the sim. Threats to be aware of, it's a completely unfamiliar airport, it's a short runway. Let's see if we have any terrain. No, MSA 2,000 feet, so it should be fairly straightforward in regards to that. So let's have a look at the star quickly. And we'll just, yeah, we've got that. Alright, so it's going to be on the Mara 6 Lima arrival, which I believe is a conventional star. Okay, Mara 6 Lima, so Marin 6 Lima from Marin, that's perfect. So then it goes RL, so that's fine, which is the La Rochelle beacon, and then that's straight onto the ILS anyway, so that's all fine. Pretty short approach though. So 27, let's have a look. So that's going to be interesting. So RL is there. Okay, so we're going to have to vector ourselves onto the ILS, but that's fine. Platform altitude 2,500 feet, glide slope 3.2%, so that's all fine really. We'll just put the standard range rings in, so LFBH 27, airport runways 092 at about 8 miles. What? What? I have never seen that before. Insert anyway. So that's all fine. And we're just going to follow the star as well. So all fine. Ladies and gentlemen, you're from the flight deck, your captain speaking. We have about 1 hour to run now, so if you could get back to your seats, go to the toilet if you need to prior to our descent, as we will start our descent in the next 15 to 20 minutes, and I'll be getting the seatbelt signs on nice and early, as we are expecting a little bit of turbulence as we descend. Other than that, it's going to be a pretty straightforward arrival into La Rochelle. Should be arriving at approximately 6 o'clock local time, and once on the ground there, it's about 14 degrees for you. It is overcast at 400 feet, so you can expect a pretty dark evening, and yeah, and a little breeze as well, so not too bad. And I do thank you once again for flying Air France. My announcement surely deserves some round of applause as well. This is never gonna get old, this sound effect. We're just gonna descend into this cloud very soon. It's very low resolution when you zoom into it though. Ugh. When it's out it looks really nice. I think the lighting has been improved in this latest update. I really do, because look at this reflection coming down, it looks really good. Alright, Cube. Well, you should join us just in time for the arrival in that case. So, see you when you get back. $281 miles still to run. Always go around if it doesn't look right coming down. Don't wait until you're been sliding upside down. You can always go around. You can always go around. Pitch and pound. Go around. You can always go around if it doesn't look right coming down. Don't wait until you're been sliding on the ground. You can always go around. You can always go around if it doesn't look right coming down. Don't wait until you're been sliding on the ground. You can always go around. Our longitude is under 3.5 now. Might get down to 2 by the time we get there, who knows? You can always go around if it doesn't look right coming down. Don't wait until your socks, baby, slide upside down. You can always go around. You go around. Wait until your socks. Right, I am hiding this for a reason. And hopefully none of you know the ToLiss well enough to know where my mouse position is. And in fact, yeah, we can't get rid of it, unfortunately. Hello. Research. Okay. What can we do? You always go around. Doesn't look right coming down. Okay. No. Let's see. No. Reset. Perfect. I'm actually gonna break something. Are you, Cube? Well, guess whose game crashed right after? Oh dear. Right, Cube, I would recommend that you watch our landing, and I can't really say why, but you'll be sad if you miss it, maybe. $225, 100 miles until our descent. Oh, shoot. Oh, I did. Okay, well. The aircraft will recover that. It's fine. Not ideal, but it's fine. Rochelle is now in sight. Actually, to be fair, progress, how far to the runway? 164, yeah. Okay, so, as the captain, I am going to make a pretty executive decision right now, and that decision is that we are going direct now, so radio in 271, direct 2, and then... What? No. Runway 092, so 92, radio in. Okay, let's... hold on. Fix info. Aha, that's better. Alright, so we're now on the localizer. We will go flight plan, 154 miles, okay. $38, so that's going to be 120 miles, basically. So 28 miles until our descent. By the way, Cube, X-Plane doesn't crash. So, yeah. It's a very good sim. I have never... Oh, I think once. I think it crashed on me once in the 2 years I've had it, and in the few years before that I had X-Plane 11, it's only crashed once. Well, it is Easter, Cube, so the prices will be coming down over Easter. I should be an X-Plane salesman, really. They should employ me. I am too good at trying to convince people. The Microsoft users. Right. 19 miles to go now. $17 miles to go. Yeah, I do understand that, Cube, yeah. $14 miles to go. 13. $12. 11. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 3. 2. Get the altitude dialed in. 11,000. 1. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and pull. Thrust, idle open descent, and 110 blue. Seatbelt signs on. Get that speed dialed up nice and high. Speed intervention 290. Well, keep it 10 knots below that. So yeah. Let's just increase it. We can decrease it again if we have to, but usually the barber's poles move pretty quickly. So yeah, there we go. Wing loading is off. And so let's just set 280 to give ourselves a bit of margin going into the cloud. Increase that speed a bit. And a bit more. Oh, look at this cloud. There's something satisfying about flying into clouds and then flying out of them again. We're in a bit of a thicker cloud now. Bit of turbulence coming in. Oh yeah, quite turbulent. Okay, Q, yep. That sounds good to me. Right, we're below the cloud, the top layer of cloud. And this is how it is in real life. It's split into layers, and that is properly represented and explained. Here comes more cloud. Actually, that's a good point. Let's check the weather radar. See if anything is showing on it. We've got it on. Auto. No, nothing's showing on the weather radar, so we're all fine. let's have a look back on the flight deck. Oh yeah, look at that cloud, right. Wow, let's turn those down a bit. So, coming up to 13,000 feet, performance activate. Push for managed speed and reduce altitude down to 2,500 feet. The autopilot take it on from here. Well, that's a difficult one, Q, because the crosswinds are very, very over exaggerated. So, yeah, in some areas, yes, in other areas, not so much. Cabin crew 10 minutes landing, that's 10 minutes landing, thank you. Right, cabin crew should be preparing the cabin now for landing. Whereas we should be getting up the approach checklist and completing that. So, we'll do that in a minute. Apparently on the new Airbuses you can preset QNH, which is quite a cool feature. 1005. Alright, and we will do the approach checklist now. So, RFQ H1005 set 3 times seatbelt signs are on. Minimum is 280 feet. Barrow set auto brake medium. Low. Okay, we'll set low. The brake low. Get the spoilers armed. And then you may select a normal. Approach checklist complete. Get them on as well. Single crude as well. Get the nose wheel lights on. And that's all fine. Flaps 1 speed check. Flap 1. Set a lower descent rate of feet per minute. LS on and localizer. Localizer captured. Flaps 2 speeds checked. Flaps 2. Oh dear, autopilot off, auto flight, auto throttle off, master warning, cancel master warning, thrust levers move, so get them matched, barrow ref standard only, okay, so we're on standard pressure, that's fine, we'll acknowledge that, so that's fine. Flight directors are no longer working. We have got the flight path angle, though we've not got any of this. We will level off, therefore, at 3,400 feet until we capture the approach. And then we will fly a manual data ILS, which we can do. We still have that, however... have we lost auto trim? Clear. Cat 2 we're not allowed. However, we should have most of the rest. And now we're descending, so we need thrust. We had a failure cube, that's what happened. So we've got the DME showing, so I need the chart up. Right, okay, so we want to be maintaining the localizer, and we need a lot of thrust, 2,500 until 7.1. Okay, so we basically fly it level for a while. We can have a very slight descent rate on. Okay, then we can turn it back until track is on runway heading, which is about there. So we're on the localizer. The localizer's slightly to the right of us. We've still got 3 miles to go, flying level. Okay, localizer's slipping right still, so we're just going to turn the aircraft slightly more around to the right. Somewhere about there. We can descend to 2,500.
2,500.
But we're on standard pressure, remember, so we just have to follow the glide slope indication. Okay, that's fine. Ignore that. Get the altitude wound above us somewhat. There we go. Ground altitude will be 2,500 feet. Okay, the localizer's slipping now to the left, so we want to correct that. Okay, and now we've caught up with the glide slope. We're going to capture the glide slope. Our speed's quite fast, so we need to slow down before flap 3. We're slightly to the right. Let's get that up as well. That will help navigate us. Flaps 3, speed check, flap 3. Alright. So, we're doing okay. We're going to end up high though at this rate, so let's keep that descent rate coming. And we can go slightly right again. Come on. No big corrections, just small corrections. Flap, gear down. We should have done that before, but oh well. Right, so we should be catching up with the localizer. So slightly now back around to the left, slowly, small corrections. Flap, full speed check, flap full. Cabin check. Alright. And now we're slightly low and correcting. Slightly low still. Correcting. Okay.
1,000.
Stable glide slope, localizer and speed. But not visual quite yet. So we want to turn left. Come on. I'm also doing manual thrust, of course, so alright, visual with the runway. We're flying it in now manually, so that wasn't too badly flown, I don't think. We never exceeded 1 dot, I don't think, unless I missed something. A little bit of wind from the left. It's very hazy. Okay. We're a bit high though. How's that happen?
400.
We can fix that. As long as we don't exceed 1,000 feet per minute, we can fix that. There's 1,100.
100.
Adding a little bit of thrust.
50, 40, 30, 20, retard, 10, 5.
There we go. Spoilers, reverse green diesel.
Minimum.
Right, 80 knots, reverses off. Manual brakes. Auto brake off. Okay. And then we will slow down. Well flown, I'd say. And turn around. Alright, flaps up, spoilers disarmed. Alright, and flight time 2 hours 40 minutes. Welcome to La Rochelle. And of course, do stay here for the replay that will be coming up. This is a pretty sad looking aircraft, no text or anything up here. Okay, let's get the oh no, we're still on the runway, so let's keep them on. This is not a state you want to see the Airbus in though. All auto flight powered down. Pretty fundamental part of the Airbus as well. Okay, so we're not too far from the taxiway. Look at these tyre marks though on the default runway. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, APU on, so master switch 3, 2, 1, on. It always takes longer than 3 seconds in the ToLiss. After London checklist, then radar and predictive wind shear off. Hold on. And off the runway, London lights off. That taxi, strobes off, all of that sort of thing. And La Rochelle traffic, Air France. Goodness. La Rochelle traffic, Air France 1467, runway vacated. Alright. We'll take this stand number 2, I think, and then we'll do a replay. So let's see how good my maneuvering is of the aircraft today. Hold on. It would greatly help if I knew what I was meant to do as well. So, oh, it is literally just going nose in as well. I think that is the case. In which case, we'll go like this. and then something like that, and then just forward. Oh, and then we park the aircraft outwards like this. Hold on. Let's slow down a little bit. Get it as straight as possible down the line. Hold it. Something like that, I think. Parking brake set. Get the APE bleed on. Get that off. That. And engines shut down. Right, I'll get you the landing rate. Ooh. Landing rate 225 feet per minute, apparently. Right, let's have a look at that. View external chase. Not bad effort, I wouldn't say. Let's get the replay up. So, what do we reckon about there? No, but forward, 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 forward. There we go. Right, let's have a look from this view. Oh, yeah, okay. I can see what... Although it did look a lot softer from inside, I have to say. Where are we on the runway? Let's have a look. So, where did we touch down? About there. So we are facing straight down the runway on the center line. Definitely within the touchdown zone. So I call that a success. Let's just find a good point for the end of the replay. So somewhere around about there. So 4 minutes 22. So 04:22:21. So 04. 4.5 minutes. So 04:18, 04:17:51. So 17:51. Okay, thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, as it really does help the channel, and it does help in my mission to raise awareness for organ donation, so I really do appreciate everyone who does that. I will probably stream again on Friday, hopefully, but until then, enjoy your week, and I'll see you next time. Good night.